Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of Nisemonogatari. We're finally starting Nisei, and this is also the first episode where both Cerby and Kiwi know absolutely nothing about what is going to transpire.
I know it's the sister season. And it's the
Yes.
one that everyone goes, oh, Nisei, okay.
Well,
Nani? Wait, I spaced out. What did you say, Cerby? I feel like I just missed something really important.
oh, yeah, you basically... you missed the opportunity of a lifetime, Kiwi. Damn. What do you know about Nisei, Kiwi?
I believe this is the season where there is that teeth brushing scene.
Maybe. Maybe not.
The
Who
sexual
knows?
tension between siblings is high.
Also, ignore the fact that I just I bent down and my head probably smacked into Cerby's, or maybe I went behind her. No, I went behind her body. But yeah, I didn't
What
do
are you doing
anything
back
weird.
there? Just stay
No,
away.
don't worry about it. No, look,
No.
it's all right. Everything's fine. The thing about Nisei is that a lot of people say that it's the toughest season to get through. I don't know why. My model. The moment I said toughest, my model died and came back to life, but it's it might be a little heavy on the fan service side of things,
I thought you were
but
going to say incest.
well, yeah.
Araragi sexualizes his little sisters. He may be from Alabama.
It's not the point of fan service. Rather, I wouldn't even call it fan service. But I can't
That's
explain
a
more
lie.
without giving examples, so
Xero
I'm sure you
is
two will
lying to
understand.
us.
Yeah, Xero is trying to trick us.
There are some scenes that some
He's
people
trying
might
to
feel are
justify the
questionable,
weird.
but
Yeah, he's trying to justify.
look, Penguindrum is weird, and even you know that that's not the point. Alright, well,
What?
Oh wait, Penguindrum also has incest in it.
anyways, all of this talk is obviously going to get us demonetized by YouTube, but who cares? There's no way we're going to get monetized anyways, so let's just get right into the
Yeah, it's
episode.
not
What
like
is-
we make any money
What is
anyways.
monetized?
I don't know. Does it taste good? Anyways,
Doesn't
you guys know the
sound
drill.
good.
Open up your own copy, sync it up with the timer within Kiwi's hands, and my model is dead and I will reset my camera before we start the episode. Alright, I am back alive and hopefully nothing bad will happen. I'm going to start the episode in 5,
I ate your kids.
4,
Mhm.
3, 2, 1.
Well, keep it PG. Chickens. Oh no.
Maybe was it you?
No, it wasn't me.
No.
Why would I kidnap Araragi? Oh no, never mind. Araragi has a beautiful body. I would kidnap Araragi.
Oh my god. We have a literal criminal in our group.
Oh, it's Senjou. She knows.
He's an M. We knew that.
Oof.
Being like a butterfly.
References, yes. We totally get that reference because all of us definitely watched Ava, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I do know that scene in particular, though, but... God damn it, Senjou.
Oh, guys who have a food fetish enjoyed this scene very much. So.
This reminds me of our discussion in the third Kizu movie, where we talked about how Senjou is a better fit because she controls Araragi's pervertedness. But, I think the term control is taken a different way here.
I think.
But the cake is a lie. Ah, yes, the second Senjugahara OP. I always forget that there's 3 OPs for Nisei.
You're supposed to never miss a Monogatari opening.
Yeah, but for this particular one, I always have a hard time remembering. Oh wait, Senjugahara's a second OP.
How dare you forget Senjugahara's OP?
Yeah, it's my bad. It's like when I think of Nisei, I always think of the sisters, but I always forget that, yeah, in the beginning, it's a Senjugahara OP.
Araragi has sisters?
Ah, yes. It's definitely not revealed at the end of every Bake arc that his 2 little sisters wake him up every morning.
We watched Bake?
Also, did you know that your name is Cerby?
What?
Can you believe that you're actually a fish? My god.
What?
This is the level of
What
intelligence of
experiment did you
the
try?
reactors here on the
What
Legit
kind-
Weebs channel.
Xero, what kind of experiment did you try on Cerby? You broke her. Shame on you.
It is Saturday morning.
Yes, it is Saturday. But it's night for me. It's actually almost 1 in the morning. But
It is 8:30 in the morning for me.
I like how he calls them bigger little sister.
Big little sister.
The tiny little sister.
There's a snake on the ground.
Yes. That's obvious. Yeah, snake.
Sorry, it's lying behind.
Everything okay, Kiwi?
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright. Oh, wait. I forgot that it's this episode.
Muhi muhi.
The return of Kiwi's best girl.
Araragi, you're so tense.
I mean, his eyes are always covered throughout that entire scene, and I love how they use the environment to represent the character's emotions. Oh no! Oof.
Sengoku, I feel pain for you.
Almost as if it's her own. honestly quite a valid concern. Oh, look. After Kiwi's
Oh,
best
no.
girl returns, then yes, Cerby's best girl must also return.
I don't believe that. You're lying. Uh-huh.
Don't hurt her. Araragi.
Well, at least he's making sure not to hurt himself by warming up properly.
Oh my god, Araragi is like Ian in his tenderness. I have to ask Kian how it feels like to be a tsundere again.
No, Araragi, no. Good girl, Hachikuji.
I was very specific.
And thus begins the meta conversations that we have with Hachikuji. Ah, yes. Mm. Like some anime. Mm. These conversations are getting
What
out
is
of
with the
hand.
joke? Yeah, what is with the joke?
What do you mean? You can obviously buy love at the convenience store for only 298 yen.
Didn't Hachikuji's pigtails get shorter? Wait, is it just me who thinks that her pigtails got shorter?
Hmm.
Not really.
Let me try to think. No,
You look the
it's
same
just
to
you.
me. No, Araragi. No, Hachikuji.
Courage is an amazing word. Well, apparently English as well.
I want to see the abs. Show me the close up.
Good Kiwi. His abs will never look as good as they did in Kizu, alright?
Disappointing.
You're still there, though. Just not as good.
You deserve that.
Oh no.
No, you're just overthinking it.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, Hachikuji. Yes. Perfect.
I love the slow version of Hachikuji's OP.
Mm-hmm. The best OP.
My ship of Araragi no Shino seems to be canon in some way because he feels sad that his husband is missing.
No, Kiwi. No. I can't believe that is what you got from this sweet ass scene between Hachikuji and Araragi. Their relationship is just so heartwarming, and yet you're here trying to turn Monogatari into a BL.
That's Kiwi Granola,
I also feel sad that they made a joke about them dancing in the ED, and yet sadly there is no dancing in the ED. God damn it, Hachikuji.
If someone animated it, that would be amazing.
I don't think there has been. Maybe there is, but I probably just haven't searched hard enough.
What do you mean they're dancing? Look at those hand movements.
Look, they're moving their limbs.
Yeah.
Just like it was in Cat's Eye. It was only silhouettes.
Oh, this opening ending is so bright.
The brightness. Oh.
Wait, that's Nadeko.
Yes, that is Nadeko's VA. I believe her name is Kana Hanazawa. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, she's amazing. Nadeko is her voice acting in her arc is just perfect. Probably not the best voice acting in Monogatari in my opinion, but she has a really large range. I guess I would describe it like that. Because yeah, you just heard her voice here, and it doesn't sound like how Nadeko usually does.
Yeah, I was confused for a second, like, did I forget how my best wife sounds like?
First off, we get this sort of a shocking development where it just randomly cuts to Araragi being kidnapped and held hostage by Senjou, which we still don't know how and why that happened yet. But it's more like a flash forward, I suppose. Because then we cut back to here where he's going to Nadeko's place. But runs into Hachikuji first.
This whole arc
probably does something stupid with Nadeko, and Senjou is like, no.
I'm like, the next episode is called Karen B, and his little sister is called Karen, and her whole color is yellow. So maybe
Senjou was talking shit about bees.
Yeah, and so maybe something happened between his sister, little sister, and something else. Maybe she went out of control, and Senjou is trying to protect him because she knows that he's going to get involved. And Senjou seemed kind of angry, to be honest. Maybe something happened between Araragi and Nadeko, and she cut them because Nadeko does have a really big fat crush on Araragi. And Araragi is the only one who doesn't notice. Oh yeah, and like it was mentioned that the youngest sister mentioned that her older sister and Araragi used to spare a whole bunch before, but now he doesn't do it anymore because he's a vampire. So maybe that's the whole arc, that Araragi stopped spending time with them after a little bit.
But did they end up in front of Hachikuji's old house, or her mom's house, or whatever it was?
Yeah, I believe that is where they ended up, because it says private property.
I don't think so.
Isn't that what they found when they looked at her mom's house?
Yeah, it was an empty lot, but there was other houses around it, I think.
There's other houses around here. It's just maybe a little bit bigger looking, but I'm not sure if that's just Monogatari isn't
Perhaps.
super consistent in that kind of stuff.
If you're talking about like referencing to previous locations in future arcs, then yes, it does. And it takes a very keen eye to recognize, wait a minute, this is where this happened. Because they don't make it very explicit within the show. However, for this particular scene, I don't believe it carries too much importance. It could be her old house, but I don't see how that would
I just
tie
thought it's
into the rest of
interesting.
this arc.
Well, because they're talking about family, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
perhaps that is the only tie-in is that this is
Because that was a
Hachikuji's
similar
home.
problem to when he first met Hachikuji, was he was arguing with his sisters.
Oh yeah, he was arguing with his sisters because it was Mother's Day and he didn't want to be home, so stuff like that. Yeah, I suppose it could be quite possible that this is like the area that's being developed, which used to be Hachikuji's home.
It could also just be similar scenery for the sake of I don't
Emphasizing the family factor.
I wasn't sure. That's why I asked.
Interesting thing to bring up. I didn't notice it before.
Hachikuji does say that she was just walking around because she wanted to see Araragi, so she was just walking around looking at stuff.
Yeah, I mean
I
right now she's sort of like she's a wandering spirit. Yeah.
Yeah,
She
what I
got
wanted to say
promotion.
was, doesn't Hachikuji have trouble finding the house of her mom without any help? Because she's a wandering snail.
No,
A
not
lost snail.
anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she got a promotion. She's not a lost snail anymore. Or well, lost cow, lost snail. Same thing, really.
What I wanted to say about his sisters and Araragi was that maybe Karen will end up getting into trouble because Araragi does spend less time with his sisters now than he did before, after he got turned into a vampire. I just assumed that his sisters knew that he got turned into a vampire. That's kind of like something I did not expect.
In the Kizu films, we didn't see the little sisters at all, and Araragi didn't return to his home after he became a vampire at all.
Yeah,
It's rough going from the Kizu movies back into the TV show because the budget is so tight on this and all their shots. It's like,
Well, I mean,
look, we go from static image to static image. This is fun. Understandable, but it's a rough, like, going from the high budget movie to, to the TV show.
I guess I didn't feel that shock because I went from Bake to Nisei since Kizu got delayed so incredibly far. Suddenly, yeah, Kizu was supposed to come out after Bake, but, well, I guess shit happened.
They're smart with it, though. They if you know what you're looking at, right, you can tell that they're shaping their budget pretty hard, but it still looks good. It's not like it's hard to watch.
There are scenes later on that they're going to need the budget for.
I figure as much. It definitely feels like they're saving it.
Yeah. Especially since this is more like the introductory episode, where they don't want to reveal too much. They just want to drop a few hints here and there.
I like that we got a lot of Hachikuji.
Yes. I guess you could say that it's sort of a running trend where Araragi usually runs into Hachikuji at like the beginning of certain arcs. Like even arcs that aren't really about her.
He's kind
sort
of
of,
our palate cleanser.
Pretty much. She's there to prepare you.
Hachikuji does give like pretty good advice when it comes down to it, like being serious. Other than Araragi dating Hanekawa, that wasn't a good advice. But otherwise, she gives pretty good advice as well. So I guess
I feel like Hachikuji and Araragi are actually very similar characters in a lot of ways. Which is why it's fun to see them go at each other. They're both just very over the top and get lost in small details where you're like, how did we end up here?
That is true, I suppose, if you're going off of that aspect.
Which is why they bounce off each other fun, just in that regard.
Yeah, their dynamic is really fun. Like, the Senjou dynamic is great, Hachikuji dynamic is great, and obviously the other dynamics, not being all up to par, except for, I think, maybe Kanburu. I love the Kanburu. It's the dynamic with Araragi, but everything else is sort of, rigid, maybe a little awkward for good reason.
Yeah.
Kanburu and Araragi are like two bros.
They
Yeah.
are.
They are, the bros.
I thought this was a good intro episode of just we're back into the series. No.
Yes, we're back in.
Not
and
a whole lot.
Senjou Hara turned into a yandere.
She's like Yunogasai from Yainiki. She also locked up her boyfriend.
They're not the same.
Let's not make that comparison. That's disrespectful for Senjou Hara. I feel offended for her.
I'm just saying how it is. I'm saying how it is.
No.
Both of them locked up their boyfriends in a basement and fed them and made them drink from their fingers.
No, there's a difference, Kiwi. Yuno was not dating him at the time.
No, she was. They were dating. They were dating.
I don't think they were
dating.
It's been a while since I watched Mirai Nikki, so I could be wrong, but I didn't think
I watched the video about it. So dynamic between Hachikuji and Araragi is like our dynamic, where we got so distracted so easily. No, let's drop this topic. Oh yeah, his little sister. The little sister. Not Karen. The little sister. The one with short hair I don't like simply because she has short hair. Yeah, that one.
Wow. Also, I do not have a prejudice against short hair. I actually love short hair. So whatever hate comments they have about short hair, I will fill in with my love of short-haired girls. Don't worry, guys.
I'm indifferent
I
on how
understand you
people
guys.
choose to do their hair. I like all hair.
I have short hair trauma. So what I got from the talk between Araragi and the little sister is that Karen seems to be much closer to Araragi than the little sister is. That's what I got from it. I'm guessing that Araragi showed some interest in sports or something, and then his second little sister got interested in it, and then they became close because they wanted to do sports, but the other sister wasn't really into that. She doesn't seem to be the type to be into sportsy things. Or maybe
overly lazy, just lying there.
Yeah. So you have Araragi and the little sister who spar karate with each other, who used to do it, and then you have the lazy one. So I'm guessing that the second little sister is closer to Araragi because she is one, closer to him in age, and two, because they had something in common that they can bond over, where the little sister was really, really lazy and not motivated whatsoever. So
these are very interesting assumptions.
I don't know.
I make assumptions. I'm sorry.
I have no assumptions yet.
And also, my theory about Nadeko and the sisters not being on good terms was kind of broken today, because it seemed like they were on good terms. I'm guessing that Nadeko just stopped coming over because she liked Araragi and she felt awkward by being with him, because the little sister did say that she knows that Nadeko likes Araragi and that she's sure that Nadeko would not like her coming with Araragi to her house. So they have to be somewhat close then.
Yes. I'm not quite sure where the assumption came that they didn't like each other anymore, but
I'm not sure either. I just remember that I did say that. In fact, I did say that they did not like each other. So I had to correct myself.
That Araragi doesn't remember Nadeko for whatever reason. His brain just doesn't really function very well. Apparently, unless if it's a girl with big boobs like Hanakao, who he remembers very distinctly.
I was about to say he does not remember Nadeko because she is way too underdeveloped for his taste.
Do keep in mind that in the first episode of Bake, I believe Senjou referred to them as the Fire Sisters. Just keep that in mind, that there's a very good reason why they're called the Fire Sisters. And it might not be because they're lazy ass little sisters that like to sleep around all day. But so I understand where that assumption comes from.
I mean, we've seen one shot of them so far, really.
Yeah.
Of the one sister.
Did we
get her name? I missed it.
I think you should have.
I know Karen's the older one. I don't know the
Yeah,
younger
Karen's the
one's
older
name.
one. Well, if you don't know, then I won't say. But I mean, if you see the arc names, then you'll probably know. Because her arc is
Just
next
want-
after this.
I just want. I'm gonna Google it.
What?
If
Fine, then ask me, don't Google it. You're gonna spoil yourself.
Who are they?
It's a Tsukihi.
Tsukihi?
Yes. Tsukihi, but Nadeko refers to her as Bara-chan.
If we go by the usual harem trope of two little siblings, I'm guessing that one is brain and the other is brawl, where the one is strong and the other one is smart, or really like good with retorts back.
Another piece of
Maybe one.
information that we get is that Karen is actually taller than Araragi. So, that's probably a good assumption. She's a very big girl.
Is she Noi big?
Maybe in the future. Who knows? She has potential. Believe it or not, guys, I did research on this.
They call him.
The biggest breasts and the smallest breasts are Shinobu's. The second biggest is Hanekawa's, and the third biggest is actually Karen. So, use that information as you will.
How am I
Okay.
supposed to use that info? Okay, I'll write it down. So when I'm drawing thumbnails and there's like those three girls in the thumbnail, I'll make sure to
So what you're telling me is I won't like her because I hate boobies.
Maybe.
That's the first I've heard of it. I didn't know that you hate boobies, Cerby. I guess that's why you like me.
Oof, the self-burn. I believe that mostly covers everything. I think next episode is Nadeko, and then after that is Amazing. But yeah, well, Nadeko's episode is amazing
That
in
was some Nadeko shade.
Nadeko's episode is amazing in a different way.
I feel like
16 of
Nadeko.
Penguindrum amazing.
No.
I feel like Nadeko will be stripped again as she was before.
Oh,
I don't want to see my best girl in her underwear again or a swim outfit. I don't want that. I want her to stay clothed. Please. Can she stay clothed?
Anyways,
odds are low.
that is it for this discussion. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you all in the next one.
Bye
Later,
bye.
dudes.
Bye bye, degenerate.